Welcome to Headlines. I'm your host, Pax Smith, and this is your weekly non-news news show coming to you on February 28th, 2020. Our top news story of the day is the Trump administration barred a top U.S. disease expert from speaking freely to the public after he warned the coronavirus might be impossible to contain. He barred an expert. Be impossible to contain. This kind of sounds like what China did, didn't it? But they would probably love that little comparison between Trump and the leader of China. I couldn't tell you who the name of leader of China is. I think it's Xi Jinping, something. I don't really fucking know. But listen, y'all, I listened to the Trump speech on fucking the coronavirus, and it sounds he's just trying to do damage control at this point. I think we're all just trying to do damage control at this point. I don't think anybody really knows how serious or how unserious this podcast is, to be honest, or the coronavirus. So I really couldn't tell you. Top disease expert from, how about you? I don't really know. Barred the top. What did he do? Did he tie him to a tree? Did he throw his ass in jail? I doubt it, right? If this expert really wanted to get the information out there, I'm pretty sure he could have, if he thought it was that fucking terrible. It's just not like he had him thrown in jail like the president of China did. So, I think we're all starting to feel it now. From what I heard, the first case of the unknown, of like it not being traced from China, was in like Northern California, which it's going to be fucking, like, you thought it was going to be fucking Northern California, right? It would be California to fucking be the first one to spread this shit. And they might be throwing fucking parties just to spit into each other's mouths, it seems, just to get the fucking coronavirus. I think at this point, there's so many mentally ill and depressed people in the United States and the fact that we don't get any like paid vacation, and the fact that most people are living fucking paycheck to paycheck. I think if the coronavirus were to fucking start a whole little epidemic here, I think it might get pretty serious. But what do I know? I'm just a guy reading you the headlines. All right, moving on. Number 2, people with Tourette syndrome using social media have faced accusations of fraud and insensitivity, despite using platforms to educate the public about their condition. Now, this is interesting. I've never heard of this, actually. Now, do people with Tourette's also have Tourette's on social media? Do you know what I mean? Like, do they ever just throw out a random tweet that says fuck or motherfucker? What would my Tourette's word be? Just like bitch. It's just like, do people with Tourette's just randomly throw out words? I would assume you have more self-control at that point, right? To not be offensive or be throwing out cuss words on Tourette's. It's a tired fucking joke, but you never hear a fucking polite person with Tourette's like, hey, great outfit, or fucking nice haircut, or whatever. It's never a polite thing to say. I don't fucking know, man. Who gives a shit? Fucking leave these people with Tourette's alone. That's what I say. Fucking leave them. They already got Tourette's. They got enough fucking problems on their hands, alright? If they want to go online and start fucking cussing people out, fucking let them. Wish I had that type of freedom, which I kind of do, actually, to be honest. All right, moving on. Taylor Swift stuffed her music video for The Man with Easter eggs and hidden references. Here's every detail you may have missed. The Man. When is Taylor Swift going to start talking about the woman? You know what I'm saying? Fuck, man. She's always... How old is Taylor Swift now? I swear, yo. I swear, I put this tweet out there, but I'm waiting for fucking Taylor Swift to get into her menopause age. What is she, almost 40? What is Taylor Swift right now? She's old, right? Why is she still talking about fucking boy problems and shit like she's fucking in high school? I fucking swear, yo. Taylor Swift, figure your shit out. Also, who the fuck gives a fuck about her Easter eggs in The Man? Who's listening to Taylor Swift still? I don't know anybody who's listening who's still listening to Taylor Swift. Is it? I'm pretty sure old cat ladies are fucking listening to Taylor Swift still. And they probably would be. They're the ones fucking have enough time on their hands fucking wasting with the fucking Easter eggs in the music video. All right, moving on. Number 14. We hired 2 comic creators from the world of DC and Marvel to tell the full story of why Donald Trump was impeached and what he got away with. Boy, that is one way for me to give a shit about politics. Get a couple of comic book artists and some really big pictures. Put about 3, maybe not even 3. Put about a paragraph on each page, and I might start to give a shit. I'm pretty sure Donald Trump is thrilled about this. I wouldn't know if Donald Trump has already been in a comic book, actually. I assume, right? Donald Trump was pretty fucking popular before this whole presidential thing, right? So I assume he was fucking in a comic book at one point. I wouldn't. So I would be thrilled. I wouldn't give a fuck. If anybody made a comic book about me, I wouldn't care if it's good or bad. As long as, I'm in a comic book. I don't give a shit. I would frame that shit on my fucking wall. All right, fuck it. Moving on. I spent the night on Virgin Voyage's new cruise ship, and it was a millennial playground I didn't want to leave. I've heard of worse playgrounds, and a millennial playground, it sounds pretty fun. It sounds like this Virgin Voyage wasn't so much of a virgin once they reach back to shore, it sounds like. I didn't want to leave. I just hope the person that went on this cruise was a millennial at this point, and I wouldn't want to leave either. I guess I wouldn't want to leave either. I've never been on a cruise ship, but it sounds fun, I guess. It's called the Scarlet Lady. Yeah, that's about right. And what else are you gonna call a Virgin cruise ship? The Scarlet Lady. I'm glad he got to play around with the millennials. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right, Canada. Wow, that's retarded. Canada won't pay for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's security costs after they resign in April. Is that where they're going? Is that where fucking Prince Harry and his wife are going? Also, he named a girl named Markle. Markle's an old ass lady's name, isn't it? That's straight up fucking royalty right there. You can't be named Markle. You either got to be 80 years old or royalty at that point. But Canada won't pay for their security costs? Yeah, of course. What the fuck? You're not even from our country. We don't even recognize kings and queens anymore. You're the fucking... Why are we still calling this dude Prince Henry at this point? Didn't he resign that position? At what point is he just Harry? Right? At what point is he just a dude? Pretty sure he'll never be a dude. He's always going to be a ginger, it looks like. Now he's Ginger Harry. Good luck with that. I guess they're moving to Canada now, which I guess they could have chosen worse places. They probably more accepting there than they would be in America. But I don't know now since they're having to get fucking security for it. So... good on you, Canada. Hey, fuck them. If they didn't want if they want to pay for their own security, let them pay for their own fucking security. All right. The Invisible Man resurrects Universal's monster movies with a strategy that's more DC than Marvel. It's more DC than Marvel. The Invisible Man. Huh. I remember seeing the fucking Invisible Man, and I think it was with Kevin Bacon, I believe it was with Kevin Bacon, and there's like this really cool scene where he starts like disappearing, and he starts seeing his fucking muscle and his skeleton start to go invisible and shit. And then he starts to go crazy and starts fucking killing people. And I think it was with Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon was the shit. I remember fucking. And you remember the fucking Water movie that he did where he was like a kill. Why is Kevin Bacon always a fucking serial killer too? I guess he gives off that fucking, oh, he looks like a normal guy, and then he'll fucking kill you on a river raft for some reason. I don't fucking know why. What is up with the fucking, what was up with those movies fucking back in the day? What was up with our fascination with fucking serial killers back in the 90s? Like, we have fascination with serial killers now, but we didn't make movies about them, right? Who's the fucking closest to a serial killer nowadays? It was the Joker, wasn't it? Isn't the Joker like the latest fucking movie that was about a serial killer? I guess technically a serial killer. And even then, we had to jump into a fantasy, and people were like freaking out because they're like, oh my gosh, this is so fucking, this is going to tear down society. People are going to start shooting up TV hosts, I guess. I don't really fucking know, but we had serial killer movies in the 90s. We had really good serial killer movies in the 90s. Now people are just watching it on Netflix, I guess. But it's, I guess they're doing a whole DC versus Marvel thing now with, I guess DC, like the style of DC is like darker. Is that what they're trying to say here? The Invisible Man went dark. Does he really need to go dark? I think if the Invisible Man is dark, he's visible at that point. All right, moving on. Number 52. Food. A Japanese company's new mayonnaise slices are putting mayo lovers and haters against each other. Boy, now this is innovation right here. I've never heard of this. Mayonnaise slices. I thought I've heard it all, but now you can slice mayonnaise? Is that disgusting or is that fucking delicious? And you can get the perfect slice of, what would I put? Burgers. Yeah, I guess I would put a slice of mayonnaise on a burger. What the fuck? Who the fuck ever thought you would be able to slice mayonnaise? What's next? Slicing ketchup? Mustard? Is it dense? It has to be dense enough for you to slice it. Like, is it as thick as cheese? Like, is that... I don't know if I would definitely have to try a slice of mayonnaise. What the fuck? Whoever thought of this is a goddamn genius. Okay, this is amazing. I definitely want to try this now. This is gonna be the next big craze since purple ketchup. All right, fucking, oh my gosh, a Japanese company. Of course it would be the fucking Japanese to fucking come up with this shit. Of course the Japanese made the whitest fucking thing in the fucking world. They fucking, good job Japanese. You beat the white guy to it. All right, you made sliceable mayonnaise. That is amazing. I thought the Japanese had reached their peak, but apparently not, because this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, apparently. Oh my gosh, I definitely want to try this. Oh, that might be the first fucking video that I ever do for headlines would be me trying fucking Japanese sliced mayonnaise. That is amazing. Good job, Japanese people. All right, watch Lady Gaga transform into a kindness punk in the futuristic video for her first solo single in 3 years, which was shot entirely on an iPhone. She turns into a kindness punk. Boy, if we were talking about fucking being a Tourette's person with compliments, I guess Lady Gaga figured it out. She's now a kindness punk. Sure, Lady Gaga, go ahead. You haven't made a song apparently in 3 years. Don't think anybody noticed. But now you're shooting it all. She just went all out, right? She's just like, I'm gonna invent a kindness punk. Okay, how do you want some candy? You want to fucking, what does a kindness punk do? Is he just hand out drugs? Is that what he does? Here's some fucking pills for you. There you go. There's a kindness punk right there. You want a hug? All right, I'll give you, but it's a very aggressive hug for some reason, but it's still warm and you feel loved at that point. I don't fucking know what the fuck a kindness punk is. She's just dressed in pink. That's all it is. She's just dressed in pink. Don't know what the fuck kindness punk is. And it's not that. She also had to go futuristic for it because apparently kindness is only a futuristic idea. And she shot it all on an iPhone. Which, if it's going to be in the future, I don't think an iPhone, shooting a video with an iPhone is futuristic. Isn't it? Also, if you're going to be punk, isn't iPhone like the least punkish thing out there? Isn't like everybody has an iPhone? Being punk is supposed to go against the grain. So shooting it with something, I don't think Lady Gaga thought about this very much in her fucking 3 years of not making a music video, but what do I know? You know, it might actually be a pretty good song. I might actually check it out after I read you these headlines. All right. I am your host, Pax Smith, getting you your weekly dose of nonsense, because the Lord knows that's all I fucking am right now. And I will see you all next time. All right.